If I'm saying your area around here, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. That means going down to the lowest level, center of the room, a room with no windows, of course. So we're talking about maybe a bathroom, of course, maybe a closet. Surround yourself with as many outside walls. If you have a basement, best place to be. A storm shelter, best place to be. Of course, protect your head and neck because this does have some pretty significant rotation right in here, moving towards really right over the Wright Road area, Statesville Road area, just south of 70, Cherry Valley. You're just south of you. You might even be feeling some of this rotation. It's right in that area. Another border road is Rocky Branch Road here, and all of this is moving to the east, and it's moving pretty quickly, I believe, racing kind of at a speed of at least 50 miles an hour. So, you know, as Davis did mention, that tornado warning has been extended out, I think, a little bit farther, at least with this. Please be careful if you can hear me. You are right near it. We just had confirmation that a tornado came down, touched down, and came back up around 43 and 243 just south of Mount Pleasant. Folks, this is just coming into me. This is just fresh. It just touched down around 5:15. This is becoming very serious. If you haven't taken your tornado precautions, you need to do it. This is some video from Mount Pleasant, we're saying. This is video from Mount Pleasant. Okay, this looks like a lowering cloud. Can't really see much else in it. I'm trying to see if we can see anything. Oh, look at that. Okay, look at the way that's spiraling.
A tornado in that area. After you saw this picture, you sent it to the Weather Service so they would check it out.
Yeah, they went out and checked out this area because you could see the damage behind looked tornadic-like, and so indeed they confirmed that EF1 tornado. And it wasn't just that one in Warren County. And by the way, thank you to Alicia for sending this in. If you get damage pictures, please send it in to us. It helps us to go out to the hardest hit areas after these storms roll by. But we had an EF1 also just south of Shelbyville, as we talked about, in Bedford County too. So 2 storms, 2 tornadoes, and an EF1, just so you know, is between 86 miles to 110 miles per hour. So we're going to get more details, I think, on the path length, how long it was on the ground for. That'll be coming up in the later broadcast. Now, I want to give you the very latest because remember we had 2 tornadoes that were confirmed on Wednesday. That brings our total up to 12. That's probably why we're seeing so much spring weather so soon, is because we've been so warm over the winter and over March. But I do want to talk about this one in Bedford County that just touchdown just south of Shelbyville. It was a very rare event, folks. It was an anticyclonic landspout tornado. Now, that sounds like a lot of jargon, but the idea is the anticyclonic means it spins clockwise. 99% of our tornadoes spin counterclockwise, so that was rare. But then on top of it, a landspout is something where it's not necessarily rotating in the cloud, so our radar couldn't even pick it up. It was below the cloud, and that's why in a lot of those videos we saw the debris spinning, and then it filled back into the cloud, and that's how we got the landspout tornadoes. These are the approved sunglasses. You were asking where you can get them. Yeah. A lot of people on Facebook, Twitter have been asking me that. I mean, you can find them in Walmart, or you can get designer ones if you want those too. There are those, folks, don't you worry. But they have to be the ISO improved. You can look at, if you can go to online or go to one of the NOAA sites, you can definitely see it. Okay. Yeah.
That'll work.
That'll work too. You know, it is National Sunglass Day, by the way, hashtag.
Oh, how about that?
So I should just wear these.
You're getting extra wear out of them.
I'm getting extra wear of these, that's for sure. No, we were hoping, please, clouds move away. And at the last minute, they kind of pushed away a little, and we could see it at the First Tennessee Park. I do want to show you some pictures. One in particular, I love this one from Tammy Brewington from Lebanon. You can see this. Wow, what a great shot of the eclipse. And you see the corona, the sun right around it there. Beautiful, beautiful looking shot there. Remember, you can send your pics to pics@WKRN.com or put them on my page, Danielle Breezy TV. I'd love to see them and the videos too. Do want to talk about the impact of the eclipse temperature-wise when this actually happened. So at 12:51, we were around 95 in Gallatin where Davis was. In Nashville, where I was, it was 93 degrees. At 1:29 during totality, we dropped down to 81.5 degrees in Gallatin, and in Nashville, 87 degrees. So we dropped over 13 degrees in Gallatin, 6 degrees cooler in Nashville. Really, really interesting when you think about it, but we did go to total darkness. We actually heard the crickets out there at First Tennessee Park. Pretty interesting stuff.
Doing that at a backyard barbecue in Donaldson. Danielle?
Hey, Bob. Oh, I'm enjoying this weather. In fact, I got a little comfortable for TV today. I'm loving this on the tube. Look at this lovely pool. We're in Donaldson right now. We're at the Curry's house. Go ahead, kids. Look at that. And they've got some moves. Let me tell you, they're cooling off in the pool right now, but it isn't even that hot outside. In fact, if you take a look at our maps right now, we'll tell you what's going on. This is Jack Jack. Jack Jack just got a haircut, by the way. Look at how nice he looks. He's 11 years old. Jack Jack, how are you feeling about winning this barbecue? Oh, no, not much. Okay. All right. Hey, but we love Jack. We got to talk a little bit about that weather, though, and what our next weather maker is going to be.
This is one model here showing you what happens. By 9 o'clock, snow's starting to work its way in Nashville to Clarksville, down towards the Shelbyville, McMinnville area. And it will quickly change from rain to snow as temperatures are dropping off, and it's coming down at a pretty good clip. By midnight, notice it's already starting to dry out areas north of I-40. So best bet, I think, for higher amounts will be in our southern counties with this one. And notice that then pulls off to the east and up towards the plateau where it stays a little bit longer there too. But we clear out by Sunday morning. Now that's just one model. This is the second model bringing in snow a little bit earlier, like around lunchtime, but it's quickly moving south. So areas north of I-40 already shut off from the snow by about 7 o'clock, and it's changing over still overnight into first thing Sunday morning. So that would be lesser amounts for most of us, with the highest amounts still down to the south. So what are we talking about here, folks? Well, unfortunately, I got to go 0 to 1 because some areas may see nothing to 1 inch, and 1 inch plus over here towards the higher elevations, and towards East Tennessee, we're talking about the potential for a winter storm. A little different than a tornado because it comes out of a thunderstorm. Basically, it has winds that are coming down at such a strong pace, and they hit the ground, okay? Yeah. And as they hit the ground, at that point, they spread outwards. Now, most of the time, it's like straight line wind damage going straight ahead, and that's why all the damage is in a straight line path. With tornadoes, the idea is it swirls in, so all the damage would be twisted in together. And that's how the National Weather Service goes out to survey things, and that's why they did that last night and found it to actually be a microburst. And it was deemed one because it was only a 1 mile path, by the way, and also a 1 mile width in that path, 70 to 75 mile per hour winds. It started at 4:08 and it lasted 3 minutes near the Donaldson area. So again, straight line wind damage, but that can cause as much damage because you think about it, those winds are packing a punch at 70 to 75 miles an hour. That is the strength of a Category 1 hurricane. So that's why we were talking about all those trees being down.
Danielle's going to join us live now if we can pull her up. Danielle, how are the crowds? What's the feeling after the game, after that big win?
Hello, Eric. How you doing? It is really fun out here. You can see everybody's very excited to be here for the Titans game. We just won. It is madness out here, and we have a lot of people exiting, going over the pedestrian bridge right now. Do want to talk a little bit about that weather. With all this excitement, it's still warm in the parking lot, but it's actually much cooler outside. As you can see, all right, temperatures across the map. If you look at the maps right now, you'll see most of us have dropped into the 40s.
Hi there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Danielle Breezy. This just got a little more serious, folks. We now have a tornado warning for Houston and Humphreys County. We were watching this. We were just going live with you on Facebook Live. We were looking at rotation, and this just turned a little more serious because we're starting to see some Doppler indicated rotation with this cell that is really right over the Halls Creek, Magnolia area, over towards Woolworth, up to Aaron there. You can see that here. This does include Tennessee Ridge. This box you see in purple is the tornado warned area. This is until 9:15 now, folks, so we're going to be going wall to wall with you. And I want to let you know that if you live in this area, in this purple box you see right here, you know anyone that lives in this area, they need to start taking their tornado precautions because we're starting to see some brightening and some intensification on the radar. Here is what's going on. This is our velocity product, and what we track is the green colors and the red colors. The green is the wind that is going to the radar. The red is the wind that is going away from the radar. And when you see them get close together, like you see right here near the Magnolia, Halls Creek area, this is the area that we would be saying would be tornado warned and where we would need to take our tornado precautions. Now, we have not seen anything yet or had any ground truth from this to let you know that a spotter has seen stuff, but it is Doppler indicating. We are watching this whole line of storms because there's a big line, an extensive line that we're watching really carefully. I want to pull out for a second here and show you this. Not only this tornado warning, we also have severe thunderstorm warnings down for Dixon, Houston, and Humphreys counties. You see a lot of line here all the way down to the McEwen area, down towards the Dixon area. And we did have a tracker on this one as it races to the north and east, and it is racing, folks, at about 45 miles an hour. So headed towards the Dixon location very, very quickly now, It'll be there in a little bit. Fairview, you're seeing this at 9:10. Ashland City, 9:21. And just so you know, downtown Nashville. People were asking me, this is headed to you folks. But the big seriousness and why we are breaking into your programming is because of this tornado warning, which I want to show you right here. Halls Creek, Magnolia, right in this location here. The red going away from the radar, that's the wind. The green going to the radar. It's been brightening with each scan we get, which is every 2 minutes.